my apologies. My apologies. I was muted for a second there. It happens from time to time. I actually pressed the button, but it didn't unmute me for some odd reason. It's whatever. Okay, so let's just start from the get-go. Let's start from the beginning. There was some really, really bad news coming out about Tesla. You guys probably know it. The orders coming in from China, the orders that Tesla had, being halved. That is kind of insane. It's a very large market for the auto industry. It's a very large market where Tesla is a player in, and they're planning to grow in. So that is an issue. That's a big, big issue, and it seems like it's most definitely going down because of the fact that the Chinese government has some beef with Tesla. Yeah, it's a huge drop. It's an absolutely huge drop, but we did expect this. We expected a drop for Tesla stock. The technicals were pointing downwards. We figured out it would be dropping. This is not a surprise. The news was a surprise, but that Tesla stock would drop, not so much. Either we're lucky, I mean, that could be the case. But it dropped about 4 percentage points. That's pretty darn insane, given that it was doing just fine at around $600. And it just flat out dropped vertically. So, yeah. It's currently sitting at 583. If we take a look at the 4 hours, it's still bleeding out. RSI still heading down. It's not exactly oversold yet on the 4 hours. We might see that happen. You know, it might become even more oversold. It might sell off further. But yeah, we have to properly digest that news, right? Like, what's happening here with Tesla? The news just came out just a couple moments ago. And what we also saw is we saw AMC stock, which you can see right here. It skyrocketed, like, insanely. We're talking like an 80% move from bottom to top. 80%. That's absolutely insane. It's sitting at 66.7, and apparently that halt was not enough for the stock to actually come down all the way, but it did go down roughly, let's see, 50 percentage points. I still think this is going to be a dead cat bounce, and I still think it's going to come down again. In fact, the other time that we had a short squeeze for AMC, we saw a very similar pattern, which is right here. It went down all the way, 55%, then it skyrocketed all the way, 75%, and then it eventually came back down. So it's not a rare thing to be seeing this for AMC stock. It could still plummet downwards, so be very careful out there. Going back to Tesla, right? So what was the news, right? So there was news around the... There's no sound. There is sound, but I think people that just joined the live stream might be still listening to the beginning part of it, where I had my microphone muted very briefly. AMC is going to announce dividends, and this is going to make stock go 2x. Maybe. I mean, it could be the case. Things are progressing very fast. Currently looking at the news that Tesla stock had a couple moments ago. I can't really find it on the internet. Like, as in, I can't find it in my Chrome on Google. But if I go to Twitter, and it's on the Bloomberg terminals, you can actually search this on Twitter, hashtag Tesla. It's kind of weird how Twitter has become more reliant than Google in this scenario. Yeah, so Tesla China orders halved in May, information says. So this was on a Bloomberg terminal that was shown on Twitter. So the orders halved in May. That is quite problematic, because I think the demand is still very, very high in China, but them having less orders is kind of confusing, because the Chinese auto manufacturers, we're talking like NIO and XPeng and everything else, they're doing pretty fine. They're getting order after order. They're getting maximum orders. So there's something going on there with China, and it's quite worrisome. Use Brave browser. I don't know if that's going to make a big... They said orders, not deliveries. Yeah, they said orders. And it could still have a big impact. Don't just discard it yet. We cannot say a lot about this piece of news. We don't know what's going to happen next. Certainly, we did see a lot of selling pressure. Maybe Elon could clarify this on his Twitter, because he did not share this with us through his Twitter. Usually he does share this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's down like 8% from top to bottom the past couple days, which is quite insane. But yeah, regardless of anything, I think Tesla stock is going to be holding this area right here. Worst case, it will come back to the 550s. But I think it could still hold. The markets are still negative, so it's falling while the markets are negative. If tomorrow the markets are bullish, then of course we'll see Tesla hold up quite nicely. Although, of course, this is still, I would say, rather uncertain right now. Some guy in China faked a Tesla car failure. I mean, if the orders are going down like this, that's really bad. Elon doesn't give a fuck about Tesla anymore. Yeah, he's tweeting a lot about Doge. It has not been doing the company that well. Stefano says, Gara, bro, you're making too many mistakes this period. First thing, don't compare what you think. What are you talking about? AMC, are we still talking about AMC stock? I mean, AMC is just a pump and dump. That's all it is. It's a pump and dump. And it's still pumping, but it just dumped. Like, think about it logically. People that bought at 70 literally just got margin call, whatever you want to say. It dropped 50%. Market makers and hedge funds just pretty much manipulate this thing all the way to the ground. But I have to say, it's kind of peculiar. It's already sitting at 67. So it came back all the way up from that 37.6. So from 37.6, it came back all the way up to apparently 69, which I have to say, that's quite impressive. But the squeeze is still not done. You have to understand one thing. The squeeze is never going to be done. It's never going to happen because they buy back their shares and then they short again. It will never... This is the squeeze, right? This is gradually squeezing upwards, but they're doubling down every single time. Every single time it goes up, they double down on their shorts. So it's never going to squeeze. They've got almost infinite amount of money if you compare this to how much money retail has. At least how much money retail is willing to put into AMC versus how much all these hedge funds have. I mean, good luck with that. Do you admit... No. Technicals do matter. Technicals do matter. That 50% drop looks very similar to the 50% drop that we had right there. Technicals always matter. Do they matter less here? Yeah, they matter less because it's just moving sporadically. Massras came in with a $4 donation and says, I have shorted Amazon. Check technicals, please. Sure, I'll check out Amazon technicals. Yeah, it's still heading down. I think long term, it's going to be heading down all the way, potentially all the way to 2,500, 2,600. Short term, it's going to be a different story. Short term, of course, it might still spike upwards. There is some room left on the short term. So I'll just take a look at the short term right now for Amazon. If we just take a look at this, use this trend, and we see that the RSI is rather low. We have the MACD about to cross, and on the 4 hours, it's still heading lower. So yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be jumping that much if it were to jump. That is crazy. Yeah, it's still down 1%. Yeah, if you're short Amazon stock right now, it could pretty much bounce for earnings. Like, that's still a possibility. But long term, I do believe Amazon stock will be coming back down. In my estimate, looking at the 30 minutes, it's about to be crossing the MACD, so seems like it'll jump upwards to maybe 3,250 and then come down again. Whoa, AMC just randomly started dropping. How much of a drop was that? 11%. Oh my gosh. So volatile. Very, very volatile. But yeah, Amazon, I would say, when it's earnings, it's going to be end of July. I expect Amazon to... It's most definitely going to move upwards then. End of July. So it's roughly 2 months from now. Yeah, I think the MACD is still going to cross there, though. Eventually coming back down. So what could be happening is going to downtrend. Earnings, it will spike back up. It doesn't show earnings on the 4 hours. I think it was on the daily chart. So yeah, we've got earnings right here. So we might downtrend all the way, spike again for earnings, and then come back down. Regardless of anything, I think we have a good support at 3,100. So it could get to 3,100 in the coming days. But then again, daily is still indicating a spike upwards, though. But if you're holding Amazon stock, if you're holding it, if you're shorting Amazon stock right now, you're gonna have to probably wait some time before it's gonna actually play out well, because the weekly chart has been going down, right? So it's been going down almost for months now. Monthly is coming down here, but that doesn't necessarily mean Amazon stock should be going down straight away. It's still in no man's land, I would say. Very likely to spike first and then come down to the next level, which is around 3,150. Powell is talking tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to be live streaming Powell. Honestly, I'm going to be really honest here. It's very hard to say where Amazon is going at this point. Very, very hard to say. It's going sideways. Been going sideways for months. Only certain thing that I know about Amazon is that it is very, very high in valuation, and it's crossing the MACD downwards. RSI is very high. It will eventually come back down to a more reasonable level. As we also know that, of course, we're seeing, for example, the Federal Reserve taper. When that starts happening, you'll see all of these stocks coming down. But yeah, guys, make sure you tap the like button. I see we're still sitting at 42 likes. Let's get to at least 100. I think we can do it, so smash that like button. I don't know what's happening with AMC. It's making me dizzy, you know? It's like going back and forth the whole time. And yeah, a lot of people are noticing this. Tesla is going down quite significantly. We can see this on almost every time frame. It's going pretty darn bad. Seems like it's going to get worse. This was my initial prediction. Go back to 580, bottom out there. We have a support, bottom out, and then jump upwards for the coming days. So, Friday, Monday. But we got some bad news coming in. And it's some really darn bad news because China is apparently not ordering new Tesla vehicles, or at least the orders fell by about 50%. Which is quite significant, I would say. It's a bearish headwind. Yeah, it's a nice dip. I would say it's a nice dip. I don't think this FUD is going to last. It's not all over the news. Maybe it's going to be all over the news in a couple moments, but yeah, I still think Tesla stock, even at the current price, 580, it's still a good price for Tesla stock. I think deliveries are going to be amazing. Now, why do I think deliveries are going to be amazing? Because Tesla already sold out. They already sold out their Q2 production. Even though China's orders are going to be 50% less, even if that's true, the actual numbers for Q2 are going to be amazing. So they're already sold out. We already know that. This is going to be a record-breaking quarter. So if this is just FUD, I don't believe it. I don't think it's going to be messing up Tesla's stock price too much, although it's dipping down on the FUD today. Gara, we are crapping our pants on Tesla. It's down 4%. Come on, guys. I mean, if you've got leverage on Tesla, then I do understand that, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's just FUD. It's just fear, inducing fear, uncertainty, and don't be surprised if AMC surprised Tesla stock price. I can't believe people are still believing this. Did you see? Did I miss anything? It went down like 50%, and then it shot up, but it's still heading down. Have we seen a 50% correction before? No, we haven't. This is pretty much the actual downturn that we were expecting. So the 50% correction, the dead cat bounce, and then another correction. We're going to see lower highs and lower lows from here onwards. Probably. This is just an estimate. Since these hedge funds and market makers are trying to, they're doing their best to pretty much squeeze the longs out of the stock. Tesla has an absent CEO. I have to agree with that completely. Elon has been very, very absent regarding Tesla. He's just not been there. What was his last tweet? Although he's posting a lot of memes, maybe, yeah. He's not been very helpful. Did they halt the stock? Or, no, they didn't, right? No, okay. For a brief moment there, I thought they halted AMC. Okay, so remember, we said Neo might spike back to 42. Then it came back down, which you can see right here. And I still believe it's going to be going down to 38, 39, which, we're underway. We're getting there. We're getting close to that level. In all honesty, I have to update the actual... Oh, sorry. Let's delete these. All right. It would make more sense to just gradually fall down like that. Getting close to this trend line. And then bottom out somewhere here for Neo stock. Oh, there you go. AMC stock is dropping again. Come on, guys. Just let it go. Take your profits, This is going to get, really, really darn dangerous. 15% drop from there. And from the top... That's a 20%, 21% from the top. All right. Are you going to buy some more Tesla, Gara? Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on. If it actually drops severely, if we see it drop to 550, which is possible, I will be adding more Tesla shares. Gara, do you hold any Ethereum? Yes, I'm holding Ethereum, all right. I'm holding Bitcoin and Ethereum. I bought the dip, so to speak. Bought Ethereum at $2,000. I bought Bitcoin at $30,000. And I'm holding both. I'm holding some Ellipsis, which is an altcoin. And yeah, it's the happy crypto family in my wallet. I'm actually wondering where Ellipsis is not really going anywhere, actually, at the moment. Gara's still mad. He got worked on his shorts. You best believe I'm mad. The brokerage didn't allow me to short. I could have made $20,000 on just shorting this bad boy to like 37. My broker canceled me out, so I had to get out of that position. Was not safe anymore. But yeah, I'm happy for anybody that's making money on AMC stock. Keep in mind, hedge funds are long, hedge funds are short. They're on both sides of the spectrum. It's not just hedge funds shorting. In fact, I think most shares are being held by hedge funds. Well, yeah, you have good hedge funds, bad hedge funds. Sorry for that. All right, let's see. Tesla's still sitting at 580. Still holding up. Please don't do this to us, Tesla. Please bounce. This could be a support zone for Tesla stock easily. We just need one hedge fund to be like, hey, you know what? We're not going to take this. This is just FUD. Let's buy the dip. One hedge fund. Or investment firm, or whatever you want to call it. Eduardo Vega. Coming in with a $3 donation and says, thoughts on PayPal short term. Yeah, my thoughts on PayPal. Guys, if you donate through PayPal, that would make me very happy, because I get the full amount through PayPal. So I would appreciate that a lot. I think I just got a donation from PayPal as well. Yeah, my thoughts on PayPal stock, Eduardo, I'll tell you in a minute. So my thoughts on PayPal. Oh, wow. How much did we say it was going to go up? I think we said it's going to go up 9%, and instead it went up 6.5%. That's nice. Very nice. If somebody bought PayPal after seeing this, don't listen to me. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's a great profit, I have to say. All right, so what's happening with PayPal? Where's PayPal stock going? Yeah, it's not looking good. This is the horizontal. I think we can see this on the 4 hours maybe. Yep, there we go. I think PayPal is going to drop all the way to, what is it? 245? So 245. That's my next target for PayPal stock. $245 to about $235 in that zone. But I think it's going to hold up the trend. But that's ultimately going to be my target for PayPal stock. For it to just come down another 7% at that. Is that set? Yeah, around 6-7%. So make this red. And on the daily chart, what we can see with PayPal, it's about to be trending down. Weekly chart, yeah, it's still trending down. So be careful with PayPal. It could sell off even further. I don't know why TradingView is tripping. Okay, there you go. So yeah, that's my thoughts on PayPal stock. I think we had another donation coming in through PayPal. I'll take a look at that. We got a donation from Alex Whiteside. Alex says, hey, Gara, could you please look... It's a €5 donation. Alex says, hey, Gara, could you please look at a company called Tellurian? It's an oil company which has just signed a 10-year contract. All right, let's take a look. Tellurian. Oh, wow. We've already done this one. I actually recognize the name. We've done this one in the past. 10-year contract, 24% upwards right now. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. 205% up in the past couple weeks. 2 billion market cap. What is this? They're burning money. They're burning money. They don't have much revenue. At least I don't see that here. I don't know how big that 10-year contract is. I'm going to actually look that up. I think that's going to be quite crucial. Tellurian 10-year contract. Oh wow, it's worth 12 billion over 10 years, apparently. Oof. This is hard. This is very hard to actually figure out, guys. So they got a contract for roughly 12 billion over 10 years, if I'm right about this. I'm gonna have to read about this. This came in today. Yeah, I would have to probably read into this for a couple hours, honestly. It's hard to say where this is going. This could just keep going. I mean, it seems like they got pretty darn... They got a really, really darn good contracts, and that's why the stock price went up all the way. I think it could keep going. It's not going to go parabolically. I mean, it does seem like it's hitting a, it hit $6 and it just dropped like 20% from there. It doesn't seem like it's going to stop though. I can't say. And this is happening as the market is selling off, so it might actually keep going to $7. If the contract is really big enough, this bad boy is going to keep going. And why am I saying this? Well, look at this. Oh, never mind. The RSI dropped very fast because the price actually plummeted 22% there. But yeah, it could keep going to all the way to $7. But you would really have to look into the fundamentals for this. Technicals are nice, but you really have to know what the contract is going to turn out like. Oh yeah, Tesla's bleeding. Look at that. Tesla is bleeding. I think we had another donation from Jon Schenk. And Jon Schenk donated 2.4 euros and said, appreciate the stream, Gara. Can you take a look at MNMD? Looks like a good sleeper pick. Thank you, John. I'll take a look at that in a second. I'm looking at Tesla right now. It's sitting at 575.8 and it's still falling. Look, almost down 5%. It's insane. And that's, of course, happening because the Nasdaq is now falling too. Yeah, I think this is going to keep bleeding. No freaking way. How much did it go down? 10% in like 2 days or 3 days. And it's still falling. I still think it's FUD. I think it could hold up. Worst case scenario, we'll see it go back to 550. I think we have to look at this from the daily perspective. Oh no, wait, hold up. There we go. Right. Yeah, 550 is possible. It's completely dependent on how the market is going to be performing here. So if the market really plummets, unfortunately, it will keep on going down. I mean, we saw it. The Nasdaq was down 0.7%. Tesla was sitting at like 584. Then it dropped a little bit. Then Tesla dropped a little bit. It's really following the Nasdaq now. All right, so let's check MNMD. Apparently, it's a sleeper. Mind Medicine. What did we... Hold up. We had a actual... Did we predict something with this one? Look at that. So we made a prediction on Mind Medicine on the 27th of April. We said it would bottom out at 3.9 and it would shoot upwards all the way to 4.8. Pretty much, that's pretty much what happened here. So good to see that. Anyway, back to what is happening today. It's not even close to that price that it was at. It's still down 2.3% here. Market cap of 3.3 million. All right, this is a small cap. This is a very, very small cap. Let's check the 4-hour. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, this is it's such a small market cap. If this is true, I mean, it could move at a whim. I mean, we're seeing it kind of ascending here. We have a higher low, and it bottomed out higher than the previous bottom that we saw. I'm not seeing any indication of this situation improving. It would be weird to cup and handle this. But I do think it's going to jump up. I think it's going to retest about 3.4, 3.5 in the coming days. It could be possible, but like I said, it's a very small market cap. Anything could happen here. Literally, like, very small market cap. Tesla's still struggling at 576. All right. And if I take a look here at AMC, sitting at 59.7, we got AI. AI is moving according to plan. We said it would be moving down to 65, which it reached very briefly. So went to 65. Then I said it would jump back to the 70s, which it did. It sat at the $70 briefly. And now the next drop is coming, and you can see this in the 4-hour MACD. It's really about to penetrate, and it would probably fall down to 62 to maybe even $60. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. So that's the next target on C3.ai. PLTR, we said PLTR would fall from 25, roughly 25, all the way back to 23.5. That's exactly what happened. And if we take a look at the MACD, it's about to cross again. So it's looking pretty darn bad. Hopefully it's just going to consolidate here, like we said, and we could see another jump. But it's completely dependent on what's going to happen with AMC here. Go. Swear to God, PayPal, like, the app is so buggy. It's just so strange. All right. Oh, there you go. AMC starting to fall here. Sitting at $55. We've got about 20 minutes until power hour, and I want you to absolutely obliterate that like button if you want to have some good luck trading. 10,000 years of good luck, right? So smash that like button. Let's reach. Let's be humble. Let's say 80 likes. Like we can get to 80 likes here. How do you feel about AMC? I'm getting paid right now. I don't know. I think AMC is still a very, very dangerous bet. People bought in at 70. It sold off 50%. And then it went up 80%. And now it's down 20%. So I think it's still a very risky asset. It's a very risky stock. And people should know this without, before you buy it, you should know that this bad boy can go down 80 to 90% in the coming days. Despite what everybody is saying about it going to 100,000. It's just a matter of time at this point. CCIV thoughts. Let's take a look at CCIV. Right, so CCIV, we said it was going to be coming back downwards, right? So CCIV right now, it's down 1.5%. And checking the 4 hours, it seems like it's going to come down further. It hit resistance, and we'll see it probably go back down to around $22. That's my initial price target for that. And then eventually we'll see it move up again. And I think if it starts jumping, I'm probably looking at around between 26, 28. I think that would make sense. All the way up. There's going to be like a non-stop rally due to the fact that we have a merger coming, which is going to be the 30th of June. So in about 3 weeks from now, I'm expecting CCIV stock to be sitting very close to $30. Hedge funds are selling to make up their losses on AMC. No. That's not the case. That's not the case. The reason we're seeing the indices fall down is because of the tapering. Because the Federal Reserve is going to be tapering again, or again. It's going to start tapering soon. And guess what? The Dow Jones is barely down. It's the Russell. It's the Nasdaq. Right? So S&P is also down slightly. But it's the stocks that are right now very, very dependent on yields being low. And what do we see? The 10-year is actually skyrocketing. So that's very evident. So this most likely is happening because of the fact that the Fed was talking about tapering. It has nothing to do with AMC. In fact, no freaking way in hell that these hedge funds have enough power to move the market like that. I mean, we're seeing like a sell-off commence here. So, Ford Motors. Yeah, I saw that Ford was doing pretty good. I think this is not it. This is... I think it's F, right? Yeah, there you go. F up 6.4 percentage points. That's kind of nutty. 63 billion market cap. Wow. Unbelievable. What the hell's happening with Ford? What the hell's happening with Ford? The last time that Ford was at this market cap was in 2000. So they are absolutely killing it. And it's probably happening because of the fact that they are transitioning to electric vehicles. With their Mustang, with their pickup truck, they're gradually going to be... I think they would gradually become an EV company. Wow, that is beautiful. So it went up 40% in about 2 weeks. So that's happening for Ford right now. Yet their revenue has been declining. It's been declining for years now. 2017, 18, 19, 20. It's just year-over-year downturns. Quarterly speaking, although 2020 was a different kind of year because of COVID, they have roughly 37 to about $38 billion in revenue per quarter. Q2 it was very low. That was kind of crazy. Must be because of COVID. Yeah, Q2 2020 and Q3, Q4, Q1 2021. It's picking up the pace again. In fact, they would probably have... Yeah, their revenue is going up significantly. That is quite notable. So they're having a good time right now. Alright, so Ford is parabolic right now. Where is Ford heading? Let's see. Look at this. This is so weird. It just dumps and then it skyrockets almost instantaneously. That's a weird move. What the hell's happening there? Yeah, I wouldn't quite be surprised if Ford would start correcting soon. I mean, it's going parabolic. It has been going parabolic. It's probably it has to do with Tesla failing so much recently, and with their what is it? The pickup truck news was big news. So I'm expecting it to go back to roughly. Let's see. It might hit $17 for all I care. And maybe drop back to about $14 to $15. I really don't think it's going to go up like parabolically every single day. That seems to be quite unlikely. Although it could still stay high, right? It could consolidate in this area around $16, $17 until earnings. That's a possibility. Tesla's still sitting at 578, and Ford has chips. I don't think Ford needs that many chips. I think Tesla needs a lot more. If I'm not wrong about that, because I think Tesla's making a lot more of these EVs than Ford is. AMC still sitting at 57, hasn't quite dropped definitively yet. So still sitting at a really, really high price. What are we seeing here? Li Auto and Xpeng are both going up. It might be the fact that one of their biggest competitors is being handicapped. So, yeah. No surprise there. Is Tesla a buying opportunity right now? Of course. Not financial advice. I think Tesla stock is still looking pretty good. Remember, they sold out this quarter. They sold out. They're going to be delivering the maximum of their production capacity. So, long term, however, so the people that sold out on the FUD, probably a hedge fund or hedge funds that think that long term Tesla's going to have issues with China. Which, that's long term, right? So it could have an impact, but somebody's spamming. Yeah, everybody needs more chips. It's not just Ford or Tesla. Everybody needs more chips. And I think, given that Tesla's partnering up with AMD and they have the most experience, they're pretty much the largest kind of force in that arena. I think they'll do well. By the way, 11 minutes left until Power Hour. I want you guys to let me know in the live chat which stocks would you like me to cover. Also, if you're sending a super chat, would appreciate it if you would do it through PayPal, because then I could obviously receive the full amount. YouTube takes half of the amount, so keep that in mind. I think I put a link in the live chat. Oh, wait, I did that in the other live chat, so we'll have to do that again. But let me know in the live chat which stocks you'd like me to cover. We got Power Hour coming up in about 11 minutes from here. Let's see. Did I remove the... Oh, there you go. I don't think this is the time to be fearful about Tesla. This is the time to hodl. think for some reason the stream froze. At least my live chat froze. There we go. I have to pin that. Okay, that should be good. Nvidia. Yeah, Nvidia. I'll check Nvidia. Helion skills. PLTR. We've already taken a look at PLTR, but I think we can do that again. PLTR AMC Bumble. Right, so I'm going to be taking a look here at my boy Nvidia. Would you look at that? So Nvidia has gone up all the way to 685. This was our expectation. We said that after it topped out here, it would briefly correct and then jump upwards all the way up to the 700s, which is going to be a resistance line. And the reason it's going up because there's a stock split coming up and we have dividends coming up apparently. So expect it to fall afterwards. I'm telling you, I don't think Nvidia is going to keep on going parabolic. I mean, it's been going parabolic for quite some time now. Hold up. No, wait, never mind. The stock split is going to be the 20th of July. That's interesting. So the stock split, the stock split is the 20th of July. Historically speaking, stocks run up significantly until the actual split date. And I think it's a 1-4 split. Select this. Yeah. It doesn't go up in one line, though, so I'm not expecting that at all. Although the weekly is indicating the trend is heading up. Trend is heading up on the RSI as well. Daily is getting overbought. Last time we were overbought, that was right here in August. And it went parabolic. So could it go parabolic again? I'm going to make a bold prediction here. I think it could consolidate here. Instead of going down, it would consolidate in this zone for quite some time. I would say probably for the actual dividend that's going to be coming up. I don't know how much their dividend is. It's a very tiny dividend. You need to have the shares by June 21st to be eligible. Right. June 21st is going to be a big catalyst then, eh? It's going to keep going then. If that is the case, it could very well keep going at the current pace. 21st. Let's say it just goes up like that. That would be crazy. No way. No freaking way. Have we seen that in the past? That was a 15% increase. I mean, we've already seen massive rallies for the actual dividend in the past, and we have a stock split coming. Earnings was good. They're in a really good position. We're getting into territory where I would say it's no man's land. I'm gonna say we'll probably see this continue even further, and then maybe after the 21st of June, right? So, and then come down to this zone here. So maybe hit like 720, 740, right in that zone, and then sell off again after the dividend around 6th of June. I think that could make sense. In fact, just consolidate, because people want to be there for the stock split. If you have to buy it before the 21st of June, well, I mean, it makes sense for the stock to remain high, because people want to be part of that whole stock split thing. Yeah, this is my next prediction on Nvidia stock. I think it could just pull up further and then consolidate maybe around $700 afterwards. But yeah, for the stock split, it could keep on going, honestly. It could just skyrocket all the way to 800 down the road. But we'll take a look at that later on. CPI tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the 4th of June, right? So CPI is going to be the 10th of June, I believe. But Jerome Powell will be speaking tomorrow, if I could just confirm that. By the way, 5 minutes until Power Hour. We're getting very, very close to Power Hour, and let's see, June. Yeah, there we go. Jerome Powell is going to talk about, central banks and climate change. FOMC meeting is the 16th. Yeah, CPI is the 10th. So, we'll be covering Jerome Powell tomorrow. Do you plan on shorting AMC stock again? I couldn't. My broker didn't allow it. They're not allowing anybody to short, so it would be very hard to short when the broker is not allowing it. So even if I wanted to. Yeah, CPI is on the 10th. I think the actual stock split for Nvidia is going to be 4-for-1. Let's check Workhorse. Damn, look at that. 20% down. It went up roughly 90%. It squeezed all the way above. 100% actually. It's unbelievable. Like, look at that. Huge squeeze. I bet a lot of shorts probably got capitulated here. There's no way around it. 4 more minutes until Power Hour, guys. Smash that like button. Power Hour is coming in. Let's check what's happening with Bumble. I think we were wrong on Bumble, weren't we? Yes, we said it was going to go sideways and jump upwards. Apparently, that doesn't make sense, does it? Oh, but it did fill the gap, though. It filled the gap to 46. MACD's coming down. RSI is coming down. 4 hour is about to cross downwards. Do I want to change this at all? No. It's very hard to say. The indices are down, so Bumble is down 3.8%. It hasn't even filled the gap completely. Yeah, I think it's going to go down. It's looking quite painful. Yeah, the MACD hasn't crossed. RSI is trending down. And it's about to fill the gap. It's just hard to say where it's going to stop at. 43.5 would be my next destination. And then maybe, I hope it would bounce there. I think it's technically possible. CPI data is coming in about 10th of June. But keep in mind, this is happening because the Fed was talking about tapering. Companies that are small cap growth stocks are, Bumble's burning money. Those companies are going to be affected by that. So that's why you're seeing it going down. This is what I would expect from Bumble. I should have seen this one coming, honestly. It's a clear resistance. AMC 59. Let me check. How much are you down on AMC short? I'm not shorting AMC anymore. I was down $3,000 when I got out of that position, and I didn't have quite the opportunity to add to my shorts, which I was planning to do. I said it previously. I was planning to short it all the way to $100 if that was going to happen. But yeah, That's my trading app just didn't allow me to do so, unfortunately. All right, so it seems like today's just generally going to be a red day, although it's not significantly red. It's mostly the big tech stocks that are down. Netflix down 2.1%. We got Amazon down 1.2%. Google 1.1%. Facebook 1%. Apple 1.1%. So it's big tech that's really weighing down the tech stocks. The Dow Jones is barely down, but it's about to cross the MACD, so it should be able to fall through as we get closer to the CPI. I think all the indices are going to fall through. Yeah, the S&P is also crossing here on the 4 hours. It's not looking that good. Power hour has begun. Oh man, I have to admit I'm a little bit slow with this, but power hour has started, and let's see what power hour is going to give us here. Oh, that's the opening bell. We're going to be using a different template here, the power hour template. But power hour has begun. I was too focused on the indices. Sorry. Let's see, what do we have going on here? We got Neo in the green. It was red the whole day, but it's green right now. Li Auto, Xpeng, they're all benefiting from Tesla's downturn. Keep in mind, I don't think Tesla's going to come down all the way. I do think Tesla is going to consolidate and head back upwards. We're going to probably see Tesla sitting at 640, 650 in, I would give it like 1 week and a half. Would be quite decent for it to be sitting there. Gara, buy Tesla shorts. No, I'm not going to buy Tesla shorts. That'd be ridiculous. But yeah, power hour has begun. Let's see if power hour will be giving us some good gains here. Wow, it's been, for Apple, I mean, it's been very negative. It has a 2 trillion market cap still. I don't know if it's going to stay there though. See if the MACD is crossing down. Yep. I'll give it like a couple weeks. This thing is going to come down all the way. If that is true, if that is really the case. I can't even draw a proper trend line on this. We might see something similar to this. That was crazy. That was like the .com, right? So Apple stock went up huge, like 900% in a couple of, like 2 years, right? So of course the market cap was tiny. It went from being worth a couple cents to being worth like $1.2, and then it dropped that much. And then we know what happened, right? So it went up another 11x. And then another 10x. 150%. 160%. And then in this cycle, it went up another 270%. And it's about to be correcting big time. Because the MACD is about to cross on the monthly time frame. And historically speaking, when Apple stock does this, it really falls down quite significantly. Like I'm talking about a prime example of this would be what we saw right here in 2018. It dropped about 35 to 40%. And right here we had another cross, dropped about 30%. Same story. So it seems to be around a 30 to 50% correction almost every single time it happens. I'm going to be modest. I'm going to say it might correct 25% from top to bottom. So if we would take 25%, let's say 25 to 30%, around $100. It's weird to time this, because it could cross if the market keeps on being bearish like this. But it could also be delayed by maybe a month. And I think given the fact that we have earnings in... Oh, we already had earnings, so earnings is still quite a long time away. It's a legitimate possibility that what we'll see here is Apple probably retest 130 and then drop all the way. And that would entail an actual market correction. So this is not going to happen without the whole market correcting. The whole market has to correct. So we're talking a straight up 10% correction, maybe even a 20% correction in the S&P, in the Dow Jones, in everything. Probably mid to end of June. I would say probably end of June. And then that's going to be where you have the buying opportunities, right? So it'll be quite sweet. Tesla event delayed. What? Really? How did you figure out that? Let me quickly check it out. One sec. One second. Elon. Yeah, I don't know where you guys got that news, but I believe you. It's apparently got delayed. We got about 53 minutes left here, and it's still power hour, obviously, but I'm just trying to communicate some things for you guys. But before I do that, I'm gonna have to fill my bottle because it's really warm here, and I want to just drink some water, and I'm thirsty. So, be back in a second. But I'll be portraying. I'll probably be drawing some things that are going to be really, really essential to know for the foreseeing future, and I'll give you my opinion on what's happening with CPI and everything in a second. So, be back in a moment. All right, so, okay. Okay, so for Apple stock and for big tech, we all know what happened here. We had COVID. Apple stock dropped 35%, 36%, yet it recovered very, very fast, extremely fast. It went up massively until July. From bottom to top, it went up 80%. From the recent top to where it got at, it was 22%, and then it jumped again, 50%. Very short time period. This was all happening as, of course, businesses were closed, and we basically saw a more digital environment come through. And so that was pricing in a world with COVID. Now COVID is going away, and Apple hasn't been moving since. It's just been straight up flat because it was priced in for perfection. And now what we're seeing is yields are going up. The Fed is going to be tapering. COVID is gone. Guess what? It's going to come down. We're going to see Apple stock and a lot of these big tech stocks come down significantly. Stocks that are burning a lot of cash, stocks that have a lot of multiples are going to suffer here as well, similar to what we've seen in the past. But yeah, like I said previously, this could be delayed. This is what I'm seeing here on the monthly. It could be delayed, like it had been delayed previously. For example, it looked like this was going to cross there, and yet it jumped upwards afterwards. So it could be delayed. Something absolutely massive would have to happen here for Apple to not fall significantly. And it's been a while. It's been a long time since Apple had a massive downturn. It's been the last time it crossed the MACD. Let's see. There was about roughly 2 years and a half ago since the last MACD cross, and the one before that was about 3 years. The one before that, man, that airplane is making a lot of noise. Also about 3 years. So about 2.5 to 3 years, almost every 2.5 to 3 years, we see Apple stock correct severely. Now, why is that important? Because usually when Apple stock corrects severely, the whole stock market goes down with it. It's not gone by a long shot, but believe me, it's going to be... It is not going to be as significant as what we've seen the past months and the past year. Of course, it's still going to be a thing, but it will not matter that much. As much. So I would say, on average, it goes down about 30 to 50%. I'm going to be moderate here. Apple stock is performing very well. We've got inflation going on. I think a 25% correction, maybe 30% correction is going to come for Apple stock, which is going to mean the indices are going to correct as well. Usually when Apple's down that much, we see the S&P down 10 or maybe even 20%. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. So potentially, let's say from top to bottom, if that were just correct all the way, around $100. I mean, there's a massive support right here. So I would say eventually drop down there. It doesn't necessarily mean that it couldn't jump one more time. It could very well jump one more time to $140 and then come down to $100. But that downturn is about to come. No chance. Well, I mean, I hope it doesn't happen. I don't like what I'm seeing here. Potentially, I could see this happening, right? So we still have an event coming up for Apple. Maybe it will retest the upper bound very briefly and then drop all the way. But yeah, regardless of that, I think it's going to drop all the way. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. Yeah, maybe we have to use the weekly time frame. There we go. Yeah, I said previously that it would be hitting 130 on the actual event. Yeah, I actually don't know how Apple's gonna get out of this mess. How much did it go down recently? 10%? I'm gonna have to check one thing here with the Nasdaq. Nasdaq looks quite similar too, which makes sense. Also about to come down. Maybe one last leg up on Apple stock, but this is not good. We saw the same thing happen with Amazon, by the way. It's already crossing downwards, so sec. To the 130s initially, and then, like I said previously, drop all the way below. I could be completely wrong about this. I mean, there's a chance that's going to be the case, but MACD doesn't lie. At least the monthly MACD's been so incredibly accurate in terms of, like, whenever it crosses, it goes down, right? Masras coming in with a $3 donation and says, check XBank, please. I shorted that as well. I'll check it in a second. Thank you for that, Masras. Sergey Caprian coming in with a $5 donation and says, what would you say about the small cap stocks like Nano Dimension and BNGO? Thank you for that, Sergey. I'll take a look at that. Inanajiba also donating $3 and says, I made $10,000 from AMC, so sell, not financial advice. You only make it when you actually sell. You know how fast AMC moves? When AMC moves down all the way, it could very well evaporate. I know if it goes up further, it will increase. But with AMC, I think the underlying fundamentals, when the hype is over, it doesn't match the stock price at all. Not even close. So I would personally take a profit, but that's me. I would love to have a 10%, 10K profit on an AMC position. Yeah, I mean, why the hell not? All right, so we are going to check some stocks here. XBang and Nano Dimension and BNGO. Yeah, so briefly outlay this. I don't know how it's going to look like, but it's going to be like a very, very big correction. 20% maybe. I mean, it could hold at 117, but I could truly see it go back to like 107. We'll see. Let's just say 117 because I can't even compute that, right? Like, how would it drop to 107? It would be the market just dropping so severely because Apple has been doing incredibly well, fundamentally speaking. One sec. Let me correct my chair. All right, so yeah, I think XBank could correct. I said it before, maybe hit 37.5, which it did, and then it came down to 36.3. So, yeah, my estimate still is going to be XBank probably going back to about 33, 34, in that range, maybe consolidate afterwards. To be truly honest, there's not a whole lot of technicals to go off of just on a daily chart. But yeah, we have never seen a rally like that. It's just going vertical. It either skyrockets or it staircases upwards, but this is kind of insane, what we've seen here so far. But yeah, I think it's going to drop back to 34 on XBank. And if we go to Nano Dimension and BNGO, what did I say with BNGO? BNGO would go up, Nano Dimension would go down at the resistance. And it went above, and it's consolidating on the resistance. Well, it's right at the resistance. Yeah, I still think BNGO might actually come back to $7. Sorry, Nano Dimension, not BNGO. Drop to $7. Still think that might be the case here. Although it is looking better and better. But MACD is still sitting pretty high. RSI still sitting pretty darn high. Daily chart, RSI just jumped massively. So probably retest $7 and then just keep on going upwards. $7 and then keep going to the moon. $8 would be the next target on Nano dimension. With BNGO, I was quite bullish on BNGO. And I'm still fairly bullish on BNGO. I think the company's doing great. Yeah, it looks like the MACD is about to cross, but I'm not sure about that. Daily chart is still heading up. Can we draw a nice line from there to there? Nope. Okay. It seems like it's going to drop, honestly. It hit 6.7. Not a specifically high number. It's already down 4.5% though. I'm looking at the 1 hour right now. And so far, yeah, it just seems it's going to consolidate here, and then we'll see probably move up to $7. Although I think it's about to top out, though. It's been going quite fast. Like, it was sitting at 4.3, went up 50 percentage points. So it wouldn't be too crazy to see this one top soon. But maybe reach $7 right before the CPI. Yeah. There we go. What's happening with Tesla? Still sitting at 577. Yeah, it's holding up. It's just FUD. The news about Tesla and its orders. It's just FUD. It's just fear. Driving uncertainty. I would not buy into it. I really would not buy into it. AMC stock is dropping to 54. It's down 13% from top to bottom. It is down roughly 25.4%. So AMC is starting to move downwards here. And if we take a look at the actual, what is it? AI. Oh my gosh, AI sitting at 65.5. There's a high chance, there's a high probability that it's going to come down to 61. Also, so like I said previously, guys, make sure you use PayPal if you want to donate to the channel, if you want to support the channel, and if you want to super chat. Make sure you use the PayPal. PayPal link is in the description, and it's also in the chat. It's pinned right there. I'm seeing a lot of people use the YouTube instead, which is also okay, but I would prefer the PayPal because obviously YouTube takes half of the donation. Yeah, it did jump briefly to 13,600, then it's started to drop, and it's still dropping. We're talking about the Nasdaq here. ARK down 3%. It seems like ARK is just never coming back up. It's been a painful ride for ARK. I think it could come back to $100 again. I mean, the MACD just crossed. That would be an incredibly weird cup and handle. Yeah. 105. I think it could maybe hold up the 105. Tesla's sitting at 576. I think the reason ARK is going down is because Tesla's going down. I mean, Tesla's going down 4.7%. So, Wall Street is against ARK. Yeah, I saw the short interest, very high short interest. Where is Peru? I have no idea. Where are my moderators? That's another question. We got about 34 minutes left. I think we're gonna need new moderators probably, or they're just being quiet. That actually could be the case as well. But yeah, we got 34 minutes. Tap that like button right here, right now, and let's hit 150 likes. There are a lot of people that are shorting Cathie Wood stocks. Yeah, I noticed. AMC sitting at 55. And the war goes on. It's just a never-ending battle between hedge funds and retail traders and hedge funds. Is it ever going to stop? It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Let's check GME, GameStop. GameStop sitting at 257, down 8.6%. So it's not just AMC being down, it's also GME down. So both of them are down at the same time. What do you think about Tesla? Where do you think Tesla's going to be 2 weeks from now? I think 2 weeks from now, Tesla's going to be sitting at 640, 650. There's no way around it. There's no way around this. I mean, imagine if you bought at 700, like, that must have been rough. 30%. It's like a, what is it? A 40% correction and a 30% correction and a 10% correction. Big oof. It really does seem like we're going to be hitting this trend line and then go upwards. Like, that's going to be the launch pad, right? Right here. The whole market is down today. Yeah, the market has been, I don't know. I mean, I understand it because the Federal Reserve is thinking about tapering, and if they're gonna start tapering, yeah, of course you're gonna see valuations come down. It's gonna be bloody. The market has been sitting this high because of the Federal Reserve actually pumping so much money into the system as a sign of confidence. There's a tiny gap at 566, so that could be filled. And as soon as that happens, you might see a jump upwards on Tesla stock. Something like that. And then bounce back to 600, retest that resistance. I think this is a lot better. Assuming that it's going to run up immediately. Maybe that's a bit too dangerous. We don't know what's going to happen in the coming days. Why I came back after 20 minutes and he's still talking about Tesla? Because Tesla's an amazing company and it dropped like, what, 5 percentage points? That's pretty darn huge for Tesla. when the market is only down a percentage point. I'm also holding Tesla stock, so might be a bit biased on that. Yeah, of course. No, I have a lot of money on Tesla stock. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people have a lot of money on Tesla stock. Right. All right, let's take a look at other stocks, I guess. Hannah says RSI on Tesla is nearly oversold. Yeah, the RSI on Tesla is indeed quite oversold. It's going to consolidate here. I'm telling you, it's going to consolidate there. I don't think it's going to drop much more. Unless we have the stock market plummet all the way, but I think it's a little too early for that. A little too early for that. We have a $5 donation from Louis Magalon. And Louis says, what do you think on GNOG, Golden Nugget, and BNGO? I'll tell you that in a second. Thank you so much. I'll check GNOG. One moment. Yeah, we said GNOG. Oh my gosh, look at this. We were very excited about GNOG. Said it was going to go to 21. Instead, it jumped to 17. I mean, it only got halfway there. And it dropped all the way. Look at that. It dropped all the way until earnings. Like, something might have happened here. I don't necessarily know what, though. Something really bad. Because it doesn't just drop like that. And it's been downtrending ever since. Very peculiar. Golden Nugget Online Gaming. Down 1.8%. Market cap of 1 billion. Quarterly earnings. It's not too impressive, but... yeah, it seems like it's about to go down again. But we would have to know what's happening with Golden Nugget fundamentally. I don't know. Something happened. I just don't know what. The online gambling stocks are falling off a cliff, right? So I'm seeing this on the Monthly Fool. Casinos are open again. Online gambling is far from profitable. Waiting in the wings. I would have to look at the fundamentals on this one. GNOG got Wall Street betted. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. It's down 1.8% right now. Honestly, it looks like it's going to come down again with the current technicals, although it's going right above the resistance. But still eligible to be down. So let's say it would go down. What's the next support level? I would say 11.3, maybe 12, because it has already gone down significantly. 12.5, maybe head down to 12.5, consolidate there, and who knows what will happen next. I don't think we'll see a sharp downturn, but yeah, we'll probably see it go back to 12.5, unless, you know, Wall Street Bets come in and buys the stock. Yeah, but we'll see. GNOG down 2% right now. Will probably go down again to 12.5. Long term, there might be a significant rally for earnings, which is going to be around August. So if you can wait that long, then it might actually return back quite a bit of an amount. I think we'll probably see like a significant rally until then, but it's going to take some time. For now, probably go downwards. There you go. Tesla's given up now, sitting at 573, and it's heading even lower. And it's, you know, we've got about 25 minutes left until the market closes, and it seems like Tesla is giving up support, and it's about to go to this gap that we didn't fill yet, to the 566. That's the next target. Yeah, I don't necessarily think we'll see GNOG sitting at that $10 level. I don't think that's going to happen. Nasdaq flat because job data is for tomorrow. If the job data is actually really, really good, expect a sell-off on the Nasdaq and the Russell. It's been like every single time we have positive news about the economy, tech stocks sell off, growth stocks sell off, and when everything goes back to normal, you'll see every tech stock sell off significantly. But then after that sell-off, we'll probably see another resurgence. And that'll be around the end of Q3, Q4. So this summer is going to be bad. Yeah, this summer will be quite bad. Until the end of it, at least. Depending on where you live. What is a good entry point for Tesla Neo Beyond? Well, I think probably around 550, 560 for Tesla. Like that would be prime time. Neo 38, pretty much. Beyond, I haven't seen Beyond in such a time. It was pushed up by Wall Street bets. At this point, I don't know. It's been pushed up by Wall Street bets, right? So if Beyond were to come down again, I mean, I would love to pick some Beyond Meat at like 100, and there seems to be a support that it comes back to often. 116, 117. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, I think Beyond Meat right now is expensive. Yeah, so it's a matter of time. It will come back down. I think once the whole AMC GME hype is over again, like we see, it's almost like a cycle, you know? It shoots upwards, comes back down, consolidates. Once we see the consolidation phase again on AMC, watch what happens with the meme stocks. They'll initially go up, then they all plummet back down. Just, you know, I think with Virgin Galactic, that's going to happen as well. With BlackBerry, what is happening here? Sitting at $16. Wow. Did it sold off? It sold off 33% from the top. It's going to be identical to what we saw previously, which was in January. End of January. Yeah, Tesla's down 5.2 percentage points. Because the actual event that we were going to see for the new Tesla Model S, I don't know what it was called, the Plaid? The Tesla Model S Plaid. That's delayed to the 10th of June. And they also, there was some news coming out about the orders for the actual Tesla vehicles being halved in China. So there's some feud going on there. But it's short-term FUD. I still don't think Tesla's going to go down a whole lot because we already know that they're going to be outperforming this quarter. As in, they pretty much released some news about Tesla actually selling out their production capacity to customers. So this quarter, it's going to be just fine. The sell-off is happening because some hedge funds were pricing in that things with China would be very smooth, and now it seems like they're getting some issues there. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think it's not going to amount to a whole lot short term. Tesla's down and Ford is up. That's okay. That's no problem. Gara, at the moment, all bad news for Tesla. That's great. I'll be scalping the shares very cheap. Yeah, I also have to say, I mean, Elon has not been talking about Tesla in some time. It's all been about SpaceX. It's almost like he's hiding away. Like, when was the last tweet about Tesla? It must have been a long time ago. Oh, actually, it wasn't. He posted something about Tesla plans to buy more than $1 billion of Australian battery minerals this year. Okay. That's where we get most of our lithium. Also, where's our phone batteries make heavy use of cobalt and cathode. Tesla use spiral nickel, which is true. Yeah. So he's tweeting about Tesla. But it does seem like he's tweeting more and more about SpaceX. Apparently, the brake failure incident in China was only a skit. So the FUD that they staged up in one of the Tesla showrooms, I don't know if you guys remember that, but there was an actual showroom where somebody decided to climb on top of a Tesla and then scream that the brakes were faulty. Apparently that was just for entertainment. I don't know if that's the case or not, but it was some seriously bad PR. And that happened in China, which maybe makes sense to why they're being boycotted, because they've got 50% less orders in China. That's kind of painful. That's gotta be painful. AMC is dropping again. It had one big spike. That was a large move, about 50% from the 46, and if we would take the 37.6, it went all the way to 80. It was up 82%, all the way to the 68. Abu Bakr Al-Jasmi coming in with a 7.3 AED donation and says, where you see ARK Invest in 1 year time. I definitely think ARK Invest is going to revisit close to the all-time highs. It is being shorted right now. But yeah, I would have to say ARK Invest is in a good position to be recovering to at least 130, and later on maybe 147. It will take a lot of time though, because throughout the summer I don't think we're going to get a lot of traction there. End of Q3, Q4, that's going to be the time where you will see ARK shine, and shine it will, because I don't know if you remember, but this took them 84 days. So in 3 months' time, it skyrocketed roughly 60%. I think something like that might happen in Q4. Let's see. Yeah, it's still heading down though. It's looking pretty bad. We need to see a double bottom here. Double bottom reversal. That would be amazing. If I were to give it a trend, there's no proper trend here. The trend has just been doing. It's been down, down, down. It's a very clear trend. Although we're kind of seeing a bull flag here. It will reverse back up, but it'll take some time. It does seem like we'll see another massive drop in ARK before it gets better. And you can see on the weekly chart how it's not yet about to cross. It's going to get a little worse, but it's going to get a lot better down the road. Maybe another drop to 90 to 100. Like, that's going to be very much possible. You know, when the stock market actually starts correcting, we'll see ARK correct with it. And that could mean we would drop again. But then we'll see a recovery throughout July, August, and September. Will we hit the all-time high? I don't know if we're going to hit the all-time high exactly. One sec. It might bounce. I don't know. Yeah, I think at the end of the year, we'll probably see ARK Invest sitting at roughly, I'll say 140 to 145. Hitting the actual all-time high at the end of the year, like we're talking December, maybe. But I would say 140 to 145, that would be more likely. It would be a 40% move upwards. Yeah. It's mostly dependent on what the Federal Reserve is going to do. If they decide to raise rates this year, that's not going to happen. So it's going to be quite important. It's going to be quite important for the Fed to just lay off, just not raise rates, taper very late, and then, yeah, we could see 140, 145, maybe even 160 at some point on ARK Invest. As those, Q3, Q4 are the better quarters for some tech stocks, growth stocks, and just stocks in general, especially the holiday period. Lil can't wait for CPI numbers. Yeah, I think the CPI number is going to have a big impact on ARK Invest. It seems like the MACD is already starting to move down. So, yeah. We'll see. 4 hours is crossing. I'm going to say, straight up, head down to like 103, 105. Hopefully, we'll see a double bottom. Something like that. That would be phenomenal, but nothing is confirmed yet. Is tomorrow going to be ugly again for growth stocks? You would have to look at the Russell for that. It seems like we have hit the bottom. So it doesn't seem to be that that's going to be the case necessarily. It's Friday. Jerome Powell is going to be speaking. It's difficult to tell because Jerome Powell could just start talking about tapering and that would be it. The market would just collapse. It's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. It seems like it won't. It seems like the Russell won't fall through. It already fell. How much was that? Like 2%. Then it came back up 1.6%. I think it's likely that it's going to hold. Yeah, then again, it's Jerome Powell talking, so you never know. I think tomorrow, if anything, is going to be a coin flip. Tomorrow is going to be one heck of a coin flip. Gara, thoughts on BitConnect? Seems like a trusted company. No. It's everything but trustworthy. I think they... didn't they actually... I think the project kind of just canceled out. Gara, will you show the Apple event on Monday? Maybe. I'll actually look at it. I'll look at it, but... because I think they're going to be playing a lot of music. I might actually stream it on the Discord. So yeah, I'll probably stream it, but not on YouTube. We'll do that on the Discord. AMC is starting to fall again, getting closer to the market close. We've got about 20 minutes left until the market is going to close here. AMC going to go down again to the 40s. At least that seems to be the case here. Let's see. I can't stand Jerome. Cybertruck, distinctive, different to anything else. Yeah, the Cybertruck is going to be amazing. I think Tesla's going to kill it with the Cybertruck. It's going to be a matter of time before we see the actual stock kill it. But yeah, we're kind of waiting for that. I have to admit, I think a lot of hedge funds are buying Tesla stock because they saw this thing before. They saw what happened with Jeff Bezos, with Steve Jobs, and they see Elon Musk like a similar person to them. And because we didn't see such a massive rally for the other ones. I mean, Elon, he suddenly became the richest man on the planet, and it happened very darn fast. I think maybe hedge funds FOMO'd into Tesla stock, honestly. Because the stock went up quite significantly in a very, very short time period. Amazon took a long time to build up. Same for Apple and all the other examples. Same with Facebook, although a lot shorter. Yeah. We got about 8 minutes left until the market is going to close. I want to hit 200 likes right freaking now. If you want Tesla stock to go up, hit that like button. If you want Palantir stock to go up, smash that like button. If you want the Cybertruck, hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes right here, right now. We've got 7 minutes left until the market closes. And it seems like, of course, it's going to be a negative day, which is very obvious. The Federal Reserve is talking about tapering. That's having a negative impact on the stock market. We have AMC skyrocketing, which is also probably having a minor negative effect on the stock market as a whole. And let's go. We got a 23.5 euro donation from the legend Coin. Sorry if I don't pronounce that right. Cointo. And Cointo says, Gara, please check SNPW and Qualcomm. Appreciate that donation. Let me check. Coming in with the last minute donation. Would be funny if I just get bombarded with donation in the last minutes. I think I got a very, very high donation from Peru Invest. It was like $100 donation right when I stopped streaming. That was the most awkward thing ever. But yeah, if you want to donate, feel free to do so. I'll read your comments, but please do it through PayPal. Link is for that is in the description. It's also pinned in the chat. SMPW Sun Pacific Holding Group, 26 million. Can't do a whole lot with that. I have no idea what they do. Electronic Technologies, Telecommunications, burning money. They're burning money. It's not a lot of money. It's not like they're not burning millions of dollars, but still, relative to their revenue, they're definitely there's this cash burn. Some Pacific Holding engages in the provision of solar and other energy solutions. Some Pacific, interesting. So I don't know much about this company. I do know one thing: the share price is sitting pretty darn low. It's from the all-time high. It's sitting 90% downwards. And it says that it engages in the provision of solar and other energy solutions. The company offers solar bus stops, solar trash cans, and street. If you research this company, to the one that donated, Cointo, if you actually research this properly, and you know that the fundamentals are solid, this is a bargain. Given that, solar and green energy is the future. If the leadership is all right, the products are right, they've got a nice future because they're dealing, their financials are neat and tidy, then I think this is an opportunity. It's a very tiny small cap, but yeah, if you really are sure about this and you think the fundamentals are good, you could possibly play this, as of course solar is the future, green energy is the future. Technicals are not saying a whole lot other than it's sitting pretty darn low. We just had earnings and it's consolidating, so might be an entry. Weekly chart is showing that we will probably see a massive rally come up somewhere in Q3, Q4. So that could possibly spike again in that time span. But yeah, like I said, it's the fundamentals are going to really, really matter here. And we had Qualcomm. Yeah, with small caps, you just want to know about the fundamentals. Technicals are not going to help much. With big caps, you want to, technicals might be actually useful. We got 4 minutes left until the market is going to close. Qualcomm. What did we say? We said it was going to top out and head downwards. Guess what? That's exactly happening right now. Why is it happening? Because dividends are now priced in and the stock is going to come down. Will it come down significantly? I don't think so. Why is it not going to come down significantly? Because there's still a chip shortage and the weekly is looking fancy. And also the stock price has been going lower and lower for weeks and months. Monthly is heading down, about to cross, could potentially bounce. We don't know that for sure. But we know one thing. It went up quite significantly since the March dip. So, difficult to say. This is a strong support, 122. What we might see is a downwards move here all the way to 122 and then a significant rally upwards for earnings in July. That's what I'm thinking for Qualcomm right now. This is a support. MACD is heading down, RSI is heading down. Usually after dividends, you see a downturn. Oh, sorry for that. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. MACD's crossing on the 4 hours, on the daily chart, about to cross. Seems like we're about to see it go down to about 120, 125. And then jump quite significantly. Probably to about 150, maybe even fill the gap to the 160s. Earnings is going to be great. I believe earnings could be quite spectacular. To be honest, I don't know much about Qualcomm. I just know what's happening here with the technicals. All right, let's see. We got a couple minutes left. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes, and we are going to close. Tesla stock is still sitting in the 570s, unfortunately, but it was bound to come down after the news. We're still in power hour, and we got 60 seconds of power hour, and the market is going to close. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people are holding Tesla stock, and it's a matter of time until it recovers. Oh, it's a cliche, but it is true. Let's see what's happening with AMC right before the market closes. AMC is still sitting at 51. Did it halt? No, it's not halting. Okay, sitting at 51. Market is very, very close to closing. And any moment now. Yup, the market just closed, guys. And that was it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this current live stream. I certainly did. And yeah, I was not shorting AMC this time, unfortunately. If I shorted AMC, then I would have probably made a sizable gain. I calculated it. If my broker did allow me to short AMC, I would have made about $20,000 on that move down that we saw right about here. But that's in hindsight. You know, can't do much about that anymore. But yeah, markets are negative. they became negative as we saw the Federal Reserve talk about tapering, which in all honesty makes perfect sense. The Fed has been supporting the market for months now, so for years almost. Feels like years. And that has been the reason why we've seen stocks go so high. Gara, can you lower the volume on the bell? No problem. Yeah, the market is officially closed. Yep, that was it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Would definitely appreciate that. Also, I would love if... you know what? I'm going to explain that in a moment. What I'm going to say. But in any case, thank you for watching. I am going to take a break. I'm going to be pretty much landing myself into bed, and I'm going to sleep 10 hours. So, yeah. Guys, thank you for watching. You are the best. Make sure you hit up the Discord, the Twitter, the social medias. Links are down below in the description. This was Lucid Trading. We'll be back tomorrow on the last trading day of this week. So make sure you are there. Have more than one broker. Yeah, good idea, I guess. But yeah, cheers, guys. Have a good one. This was Lucid Trading, and now the outro is going to play. Oh, hey, are you still watching? If you're watching, say something in the chat. All right, we got some people. That's cool. All right, so I don't have a lot of time. But I wanted to say one thing before I go. And that is see you later.